Welcome everyone. Today's video is a simple care guide for the Paulownia tree, also known as the foxglove tree. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So this tree is one of the fastest growing trees in the world. Now they're very much known for these beautiful big leaves, right? And this is why we grow them in the tropical style gardens. Not only that, obviously it puts on such a lot of growth that it really does do the job in such a short amount of time. But just as a warning, if it's left to its own devices, this will get an absolutely huge tree. And from what I read online, if they're left to their own devices, then they tend to A, get absolutely huge, and B, send their seeds pretty much everywhere. So today's video, I want to talk about how we manage this plant. How do we keep it small? How do we keep it in a manageable state pretty much through all of its life in your garden, if that makes sense. So let's get cracking. I bought this plant back in 2024, and I think it was November to be exact, right? And it was exactly 6 inches tall. I will actually put a little bit of footage in now of how I received it and how big it was. What I did with that is actually waited till the following spring, which it hadn't put on any growth. It was literally no bigger than about 6 inches. And I planted it out the following spring. I think it was around May time, end of May, once the frost had disappeared. Within one season, this got to around 6 to 8 feet. I can't remember exactly, but it did such a good job. And it was in part sun, part shade. And that's really worth mentioning because I don't think these particular trees are that fussy. I think part sun, part shade, for me, it's done really, really well. Done even better in full sun. So just bear that in mind. But like I said, I don't think they're too fussy when it comes to the growing environment. Now, off the back of that, you can 100% have these in pots. So don't be afraid to actually have them in a pot. The only thing you will have to manage is obviously the feeding and the watering. So like always, guys, I always talk about fish, blood and bone, and I also talk about chicken manure a lot. Chicken manure is absolutely perfect for putting on lots and lots of growth. So if you want it to get big very quickly, I would give it handfuls of chicken manure every single week. Now, a really good feed is grow more or a bone meal for really healthy root structure. What I'm trying to get at is more of a healthy, rounded, balanced diet required for the trees, or pretty much all plants. I know I go on about fish, blood and bone, and particularly chicken manure a lot, but it's good to give them an all-round feed. So absolutely, they can go in a pot, just manage the watering situation. They're very hungry, very thirsty plants, but that will contain it. You'll only be able to get it to a certain height, a certain width with doing that. So that's a really good way of actually managing the size of it, is if you keep it in a pot. But I want to talk about how you manage to keep it in check once you've planted it in the ground. So fast forward not even a year, it took me to January, I believe, and I transplanted this tree into its place now. This is smack bang in the middle of my garden. I'm in a south facing garden, so it gets the sun all day. Now, any good tip when you're transplanting any shrub, plant or tree is to, when you actually dig it up, is to compensate some of the growth for some of the root loss that you're going to have. So what I mean by that is give it a good chop back. I actually cut mine, I think, by about half back in January. Now, I would recommend that this is done in spring. I don't think it was the perfect time, as these do have quite hollow stems, and it did keep filling up with water. Now, if we have a particularly bad season, which I don't think we did, that holds potential to ruin the top of the tree, if that makes sense. Open it up to all sorts of different things that we don't want on the tree, right? So I'd probably wait until spring to actually make that cut. I'd probably wait till spring to actually get it transplanted as well, just so you can run the two hand in hand. I did it in January because I was doing a January gardening challenge, and I did want to move around the garden a little bit, but it paid off a lot for me. So that was actually this January 2026, and now we are only mid-June, and it's looking fantastic. It's actually put on I'm gonna say a good 3 foot already. So I think this is going to be an absolute specimen of a tree. Now I am going to keep it in check, and you can keep this tree at whatever height you want it because it is very robust. You can just simply chop it right the way back and it will regrow. I wanted it halfway down because I actually do want to create this lovely sort of standard lollipop shape, and that's the shape I'm going to go for every single year because it's in the middle of my garden, and as you walk around it you can kind of see the shape wherever you go. So as always, without telling you how to suck eggs, always make sure using a sharp pair of secateurs or a saw. Make sure they're sharp, make sure they're sterile. Now you can use like hydrogen peroxide just to give it a bit of a clean, or you can even rub over a little bit of bleach just to make sure you're not transplanting any nasty stuff from one plant to another. That's something I did with this. I think I just used like a silky saw and just simply took off the top because it was just one single stem. I'm very happy with how it's doing. As to what height I will prune it to this year, I don't know. I am unsure. It depends on how much height it puts on, how big I want it. So whatever growth it puts on this year, I'm gonna times that by 2 for next year, and I'll make my cuts dependent on how much it puts on this year, if that makes sense. I won't be going down too low. I'll probably be taking it more like head height, but again, this will be done in the spring, so I'll do it again with you guys, and I'm just going to see how much it puts on. At the moment, I'm just absolutely loving the leaves. They get absolutely huge. You get a lot bigger than this, but this is obviously still a young plant. This is only 2 years old. I'm very happy to see what the future holds for this tree. Don't be afraid to give it a good chop. So I will mention, as I transplanted it, what I did do is I give it quite a bit of water, even though January was slightly cold, right? But it wasn't too wet, so I made sure that the root systems didn't dry out. Now, one thing I read online, it says that they have quite a big tap root, meaning it sends one main root straight down, and you have to be careful of that. I dug mine up and I didn't find a tap root. It was quite a lot of fibrous roots. So that's just something to bear in mind, just to get as much out as you can. Compensate for that moisture loss or root loss with water as and when you've done it. As of watering now, I don't give it anything. So once it was running through early spring, I watered the whole garden. It doesn't get any particular special treatment and it's doing absolutely fine. But again, if you're in a pot, it'll have to be a big pot, right? You're gonna have to sort of make the effort to put it in as big as you can possibly put it in, but just don't forget to water. If you've got it in the ground, I wouldn't worry so much about it. They will take care of themselves. Now, flower wise, they do have a flower. The foxglove tree is beautiful, but just bear in mind, if they go to seed, they can sort of start popping up everywhere and germinating everywhere. That's what I read online. For me personally, I don't think we'll ever get it that far because I will be cutting it every single year, so I'm unsure as to whether it's actually going to produce flowers. And for me, I'm not growing it for flowers, I'm growing it for the foliage, and I'm growing it for the height. So my garden's only 2 years old, and I've chose certain plants that are going to put on some serious size in the next 5 years to make my garden look more mature than it actually is. And I think so far it's kind of working. I am not the tallest. I'd love to say I'm 6 something, but I'm only 5'6", and it's taller than me, so it's getting there, right? So let me know down below, do you guys have a foxglove tree? If you do, what sort of area do you have it in your garden? Is it full sun, part sun, full shade? Is it in a pot? What do you feed it? Let me know down below how you guys get on, and let me know if you're thinking about purchasing one. Now, mine was nothing special. I don't remember the company that I used. It was just an online company, and when it rocked up, it was, like I say, it was tiny. But I didn't put it out till the following year, although it probably would have been fine, to be fair, looking back. I didn't put it out just to protect it from any frost. Then I planted it out in the spring and let it do its thing. Then I've since transplanted it, and it shows how tough they are because it's doing absolutely amazing. There we have it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out, and drop a comment down below as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. Until tomorrow, I will see you in the garden. You take care.